This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Hello, B.I. No, what did I call you last? Oh, the man bitch. The man bitch is filling in for the B.I.
Have you ever farted in Christy's face?
I'm sure there's been some accidental discharge. Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm
not going to lie. I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. There's some dangers to that, apparently.
Not happy about it. Not happy about it.
This woman was saying that she was left with a 7-year infection after her boyfriend farted in her face.
I saw that headline, and I'm like, all right, what is this all about?
So they parted ways since, but this Christine Connell is plagued with a stuffy nose and facial pain for years afterward. She traces symptoms back to a fateful night she spent in a hotel room. She was lying in bed recovering from knee surgery when her boyfriend broke wind while he was changing in front of her.
Oh,
so it wasn't even accidental.
I fought in your general direction.
He just blasted one in her face.
That's
and then
cool.
Hair shot back, the whole nine yards.
Okay.
She was lying in bed, like I said, recovering from her knee surgery.
So did he get right up to her face and spread his cheeks?
No, apparently,
Okay.
she's had a sinus infection ever for 7 years.
So he didn't have any underwear on. So something came out of his butt.
It must have.
Okay.
So here, we can listen to her tell the story.
Okay,
So
let's
her to you.
Today I realized that I think my ex-boyfriend got the best possible breakup revenge that anyone could ever get. We dated like 7 years ago. I've had a persistent sinus infection ever since he and I
cocaine
one night after I had surgery, and he farted terribly. Like I couldn't breathe. I've never ever smelled anything that even compares to that. And I got my sinus infection cultured today. I've gotten it like imaged. I've had all of these tests done. Doctors haven't been able to figure it out, and it is E. coli. And
there you go.
You usually don't get E. coli in your sinuses because E. coli is from poop. So like, I don't know, how does that get in your sinuses unless you have a boyfriend who farts disgustingly and you are forced to inhale it because you are immobile after ankle surgery?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys. I've got poop nose. Oh my God.
Do you remember back in the days we're talking about, 80s or you're younger, you would do buttercups?
What's a buttercup?
I'll show you soon.
No thanks. No thanks. You stay on your side, I'll stay on my side.
That's where you kind of, cup your hand like you're picking out water, you kind of drink out of your hand. And then you basically fart in it, and then it'll stay in that little cocoon.
Really?
And you bring it up.
Really?
Right into somebody's face. You just...
We were not buttercupping each other in junior high. I don't know why. I wish we were. I mean, that's kind of awesome.
So I actually did this to Mackenzie, my girlfriend's daughter. Basically my daughter.
And it worked? She's like, you're so gross.
And it was the trifecta, too, because she was yawning at the time.
Oh.
I tasted.
I shoved my whole fart fist in her mouth. It was unbelievable.
Wasn't intending to do that, but it was like the perfect storm.
That's pretty cool. Well, now I'm going to try that with
You
Christy.
have to. It's the greatest thing on the planet if you can buttercup
I'll try that
somebody.
with Christy's mom. She loves that stuff. She's like, oh, God, you're such a prankster.
You could give somebody an infection.
So what's the deal with her? So she got a little pink eye and a sinus, and what else?
Yeah. So she said she didn't think to connect it until after a doctor's looked into the culture.
I was going to say
samples.
it might have been how COVID started. if it timed out right.
What did this dude eat? Sinus infections are inflammatory from the sinuses, cavities in the nose, cheeks, forehead. Because your nose goes all the way up over your eyeballs, or
Right.
It's common after flu or about a cold. They can be caused by viruses, tend to clear up after a matter of weeks.
She sounds like a jilted lover. She's not with a guy anymore?
No.
Oh, yeah. She sounds like someone that takes no responsibility for her actions.
She said she can't breathe. Never smelled something so vile. So was he that's the funny thing is it just said he just bent over and farted. Or
That's awesome.
Did he actually try to get her? Which is great because you've done the Dutch oven. I mean everybody's done the Dutch oven.
I want it to be true, but all of these stupid things are just these influencer idiots that want clicks and likes and all that stuff. But I want it to be true.
It could.
Yeah.
It could very well be true.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
just, it's not like she got popular off of this. This is just like a
right. How do you know she didn't poop and then had poop on her fingers and then she picked her nose?
Good question.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Always blame the dude.
Yeah, always blame. How handy? How handy is that? Yeah, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying now, and that was the good opportunity for you to understand what a buttercup is. So you got to try it.
I will try the butter cup. I do like that. I want to just see if it works. I'll try it on Dixie Duncan when he comes in. I'm going to buttercup the hell out of Dixie when he's tuning a guitar.
Are you chambering up one? I've been eating a lot of protein.
I'm gassy. I'm just gassy. I've been gassy the last couple of days, so I'm going to throw a couple of your guys' direction.
Oh, dude!
I am a fully loaded operational Death Star right now. So bring it on.
Like I said, I've been eating a lot of protein, that cachava stuff and whatnot. Right. Those protein shakes and a ton of eggs, right?
How long did she wait until the boyfriend? Did I hear 7 years or something, or 7 months?
7-year infection.
Okay,
and she's trying.
So the guy's been gone for 7 years.
And she can only date it back to, because she's like, I've never had any poop near my face. The only thing that's ever happened like that.
How do I know she wasn't, giving some dude a blowjay at some,
like a rusty trombone or something?
Right, at some,
you got somebody
truck stop or something. How do I? I'm not taking those calls. I refuse. I refuse to take those calls.
Oh, look at it! Look at that tree light up.
Hello? I knew I couldn't take a call. Nope. My little spider sense.
Oh, man.
Says, John, you've kept a radio job this long. Don't chance it on a fart infection. Don't do it, John. Don't do it. I mean, she didn't get that from a dog licking her face. She could have got that anywhere. So stupid.
Well, I suppose, yeah, a dog doesn't,
7-year itch. I got 7-year itch. That was a Marilyn Monroe movie, by the way.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she caused a couple of 7-year itches.
That's probably where it started. Yeah, sleeping with all the Kennedys. That's probably where the itchy part came in.
Oh, yeah. I felt bad. She had a bunch of movies where she was just tossed around,
Safe travels, lady with nose infection.
That is JJO News.
Just stop shoving cocaine up your nostrils. I'm sure that had nothing to do with it.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO. The JJO Morning News with Biatch. You hear it fourth.
Mad Biatch! All right.
So you've know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yes, giant taters.
Big old milkers on it.
Big
right?
jugs.
So apparently, a soap brand that I actually use, they're going to be promoting her new natural body wash, and the whole thing of it is that it's literally her bath water.
Let me get the boner sound effect. Where is the spring? Oh, there it is.
So last fall, when Sweeney dropped a saucy ad for the male personal care Dr. Squatch, she
Dr.
featured
Squatch?
Yeah, Doctor. I use Dr. Squatch.
I don't even think you can say that on the radio.
Dude, I use it. It's great.
You do?
It's awesome.
Oh,
expensive, but it's awesome.
Okay.
That featured her soaking in a bathtub while calling viewers dirty little boys.
Oh, yeah.
Horny fans once took notice, and then
That's like cheaper than a cameo. I don't even have to pay for a cameo.
Specifically began clamoring for the taste of her bathwater. They started saying, "Oh, I drink her bathwater.
I drink her bathwater."
She
a guy with one tooth. I drink her bathwater. Oh yeah.
She had said herself she definitely wasn't aware of the erotic implications around bathwater.
Yeah, right.
Until she started seeing it in her own comments. But she obliged. She is now selling her bar of Dr. Squatch soap, same branding that once featured Nick Cannon doing some stuff for himself. Mm-hmm. It's made of pine bark. extract, sand, and natural droplets of her dirty bathwater.
Oh, dude, little fart particles in that bathwater. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how like we were just talking about. That's why you get the sinus infection.
That's what's really held me back. I was licking soap bars when I was a child, and everybody thought it was normal.
That makes a lot of sense, dude.
No, wouldn't it be better if she... if she showed her boobs while she was doing it.
So just like milking them?
Yes. Saucing them.
Yeah,
but if she actually drank her own bathwater, spit it back into the bathtub, and then made bathwater out of it.
What is this? You're trying to do like a snowball for that.
I know, but you're not getting the full effect. I mean, I guess you are.
It's fine with just the bathwater. Why is it got to be?
Okay, I don't know. Because I'm a dirty old man.
Well, do you remember that scene in that movie where... The bathtub scene, I forgot what you were talking about. It had Miles Teller in it.
The dude that licked the man juice out of the bottom of the tub.
Yeah, the rocket sauce.
It was actually a good movie. Everybody was just disturbed by that scene. What was the name of that movie?
I don't know, but you look up that. I'll finish the rest of it.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I hate Googling this, by the way. It's very awkward.
His history looks fantastic. So
I delete it every day.
Never goes away, homie. When your fans start asking you about bathwater,
wait, is that true? It really never goes away?
Never goes away.
Saltburn.
Saltburn, that's it.
Be careful watching that movie.
Yeah, he's slooping up his man chowder. You can either ignore it or you can turn it into a bar of Dr. Squatch soap. So she said that the bar is sure to be a hot commodity. There's only 5,000 being made because that's how much they could get out of the water. With goods going on sale Friday, June 6th. So, when you're ready to...
But you're really not drinking the bathwater. You're bathing in bathwater. It's not like you're getting... You should get a little...
you can stick the bar of soap in your mouth.
You should get a little bottle of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater and then make tea with it. You should boil it and make tea with it. And then you can honestly say you drink the hottest chick's bathwater ever. Otherwise, you're not drinking it. So it's kind of not real. It's kind of not true.
She's a particular looking woman,
What do you mean by particular?
Well, she doesn't look like your average woman. That's probably why there's like such a big call for her. You know what I'm saying?
She reminds me of Sabrina the Carpenter.
The Carpenter?
That dirty singer. She used to work for Disney, but now she's like a dirty pop princess. She's really dirty. Drops F-bombs all over the place.
She was in that Euphoria. This would be great for Mr. Skin. He'd probably know.
Yeah. We'll check it out.
But yeah, there's the bathwater if you want to see the bathwater bliss. Sydney's bathwater bliss.
I hope she peed in the tub.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would make it sell real fast.
But you can't say that. There's probably some FCC regulation against it.
If it was her bathwater, there's got to be some particles or remnants, from the goods.
But I mean, she should be doing something in the tub to sweeten the pot. You know what I'm saying? She's not.
Well,
it's just soap made of bathwater. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, if she's farting in the bathtub.
But there's nothing particularly
laughing at your bubbles and shit.
Memorable about it. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways.
Well, so
whose bathwater would you drink? We'll go around the table. I'll start with Dixie Duncan. Dude, whose bathwater would you drink? She's so hot. Because this only applies to hot chicks.
James Hetfield.
That was my answer.
What a kiss-ass answer. Okay, mine too.
Jesus, I guess.
All right, that's pretty good. A bunch of dudes in here.
What's yours? Kip Winger?
Drink James Madwater. Oh, yeah. Who would I drink? Sofia Vergara's bathwater.
Really?
Yeah. There's a thing you can do, but you got to have the rain shower. Just the shower head, and then you can do it, and then you get your
you just sit underneath it like you're just.
But you can literally. I can't even say it on the radio.
Like flash dance?
No, I can't even say it on. So just think flash dance with
you're basically filtered out. It's like a coffee
fluids and Anyways, it's
like coffee filtering.
You got to have the rain shower head to do it, and then it's kind of kinky. Actually, it's kind of cool.
You've done this?
Well, the water goes through certain crevices and things, and then eventually,
That's what I was saying. The remnants, yeah.
But that's better than what she's selling because she's
what crevices? I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, I'll
what ones?
I'll show you when we get off the air.
Call us a picture.
So you're not. I'm just saying. I like the idea of it, but you're not. It's not as...
they're not going to sit there and be some erotic. It's not. They're not selling it at like Lion's Den.
Right.
You know.
Well, how much bath water do you need to make that much soap? Did she just stick a toe
5,000
in a tub?
5,000.
Yeah.
So there's a drop in every. They probably have that batch.
Right.
What is that? Fight Club style, and then they drop a little bit in there.
It'd be great as if every third bar you put a weird
pube.
You put a pube and a weird smell in it.
That's not grit. That's pubes. Turn into a Brillo pad.
You're like, what is on my tongue? And why does it smell like garlic? I don't know. Anyways, the possibilities. How much?
Well, the one of those bars, it depends on where you go. I usually go to Woodman's, but
all right.
There's like $6 or $7.
God bless her. She seems like she's just having fun in life. I love her on SNL. She's so fun to watch.
Is she always on SNL?
She just doesn't care. I mean,
she hosted it once.
Yeah, she's just so fun. She's so
got big old eyes on her.
Extra. She's so extra.
Yeah, eyes.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
It's the eyes.
Pretty girl.
And the taters.
Great personality, I can tell.
Yep.
yeah. That's.
How can you tell?
He's not even looking at her face.
Pictures.
He's not even looking.
I'm surprised you saw her eyes.
Oh yeah, she does have eyes.
Oh yeah, she's got eyeballs. Oh nice. Yeah, she's awesome. That and Scarlett Johansson.
She's got a questionable tooth to gum ratio though.
Yeah. I think it was the angle.
Coming from a bunch of washed-up DJs that don't have a chance in hell of dating popular movie stars.
We all want to throw shade.
All right,
every
it's
once
all
in a while
good.
when
It's all
someone's
good.
Famous.
Good, clean fun. Now even good, cleaner fun.
That's JJO News.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
See what happens when Biatch leaves town. Just chaos. Total chaos. No continuity whatsoever. Johnny's friends come in. They bring him donuts and beer.
Hey, where are the donuts and beer?
Four Mactics go right out the window. People don't know what to do with their hands. Is it going to be Boats and Hose or Metallica? You never know.
When did we get ice cream?
We should rip a version of Boats and Hose.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we'll think about that. All right, Dixie Duncan is here, and of course he's up doing his summer gigs. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, doing well, doing great.
How many gigs have you played since you've been up from Georgia?
Goodness, I've been up for maybe a month now, so we'll say...
Pull that mic up just a little bit.
Yeah, this one here?
Yeah.
Maybe about 15 gigs
That's cool.
so far.
So now you're heading up to my buddy Todd's up in the North Woods, and you'll be up there, and then from there you go to Full Throttle? You go to Sturgis?
No, I still got some stuff to do. I'll head to Pittsburgh, then West Virginia.
Oh.
I'll go home to Georgia for 2 weeks just to roll through. Hitting Tupelo, Mississippi, then I'm going to roll back through, do one weekend here in Wisconsin, and then head to Sturgis.
Let's be honest. If he didn't have a cat, he'd never go back to Georgia. He's got to go check.
True.
He's got to check on the cat.
True.
And then we got a week at Full Throttle Saloon. Don't forget our pool party on a Wednesday for the week of the rally. Dude, have you been watching? Did you see the lineup at Full Throttle?
Yeah, I've been watching the updates.
So, too cool. I mean, they are not playing games for the anniversary party. Now, Sunday, they just added Hank Williams Jr.
That's right.
That dude was ripping hits off for a decade, I swear to God. He just so many great songs. I've never seen him. I'm so excited to see him.
Yep.
It's a family tradition.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be so fun. And then Monday night we've got Tesla. Tuesday night we've got Disturbed, and then Jackal on Thursday for the biker ball. But Jesse said, "Hold on to your shorts because we're going to wait to announce Wednesday."
Oh.
So I don't know how you top what we've got so far. I don't know who's going to follow Disturbed up at Full Throttle Saloon, but we're in for a hell of a week.
They need to bring Snoop back.
You're going to start drinking again. I know you are.
It happens at Sturgis. That's
I know. You always.
Happens.
We always get the foo-foo tall umbrella drinks at the bar, and that's how we kick. That's how we kick Sturgis off.
Something pink.
Yeah, something pink. Something always pink. So, anyways, if you want to get Cabin, and when you get to Cabin, you get all the wristbands. All the shows are free down at Full Throttle. FullThrottleSaloon.com. There are some cabins left, but Jesse said they're almost sold out. So if any of that appeals to you, and just the whole idea of spending a week out in the Black Hills with some crazy-ass people, FullThrottleSaloon.com. And can't wait. Super. 85th. You only turn 85 once.
That's right.
So we got to do it up. All right. What are you thinking about playing here? You just going to surprise us? It is Metallica.
It is Metallica, so I do gotta show a little respect to the.
All right, I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to run your sound over here. I'm sure I'll screw it up, but let's try it, man. Let's give it a shot.
I love it. I'll try to screw it up with you. I think I'll mix one of my songs with a Metallica song since we're all here.
Awesome.
Like a family. Here we go.
Attaboy.
Face till the rest falls into place. Fake it until it makes you. Do what you need to do before it's done to you. Over and over again. And you can place your bets with all but regrets. There's no one left. There's no one left. When it's all said and done, you can lie there in the sun and have a cigarette. Tragedy. They're paying for their sins, and that's a fair far win, far as I can see. And now there's no one to take me, there's no one to break me, there's no one to hate me, but there's no one coming to save me. There's no one coming to save me, so I'll save myself. Pretend to be okay and give hell another day to destroy all you love. Your time has come, son. You gon' pay for what you done over and over again. And you can place your bets with all but regrets. There's no one left. There's no one left. When it's all said and done, you can lie there in the sun and have a cigarette. Well, it's over again, and it's all gonna end in tragedy. They're paying for their sins, and that's a fair fight win, far as I can see. Now there's no one to take me, there's no one to break me, there's no one to hate me, but there's no one coming to save me. There's no one coming to save me. There's no one coming to save me, so I'll save myself.
Nice donut there, dude. We call that a donut.
Nice.
A Metallica donut. I made him cut that song. I love Save Myself. That's a pretty. Can I say pretty in front of you?
Oh, you might as well.
No, do you guys mind? No, sound like a pussy or something, but that's a cool tune, man. I like that a lot. You might have to redo that Metallica intro again. I didn't have, the camera wasn't running.
I can dig it.
I missed it, but anyways, we'll do that. Well, thanks for doing that, dude.
Thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Can you rate that as a frequent rocker? Is that enough Metallica to rate, or is that?
I don't know.
Or do you need like 10 more seconds?
Not after that. Yeah, it's got to be in the system. You can't.
All right.
And nobody can hear me right now.
Yeah, I know. You're just talking to yourself, which makes it actually kind of comical. So we're going to get to one more song from Dixie before he takes off. What do you got up north? What's going on up there? People are heading up to the Northwoods.
We got a festival going on weekend after next called Namapalooza. It's right on Lake Namakagon over there by Cable.
How many? Is that like 4 hours, 5 hours?
I think it's 4.5, 5 hours.
4.5, yeah.
From Beaver Dam, anyway. Probably 5 from here, from Madison.
That's our buddy. A lot of people know Todd Getch.
Shoot, yeah.
For all the wrong reasons, but Todd is living up there and puts on a pretty big summer festival up there.
Shoot,
so
yeah.
I love that. And how big is there camping? What happens?
Yeah, there's it's at a new location this year, if I'm not mistaken. But I know there's a lot of camp. There's a campground just around the corner. In fact, one of the venues I'm playing at up there has got a great little campground. It's called Four Seasons, but there's a lot of camping up there.
How many gigs will you? How many days is it? 3-4 days?
The festival is, I think, 2 days, but I'll be up there for 3 weeks, kind of doing a whole circuit around the neighboring cities up in that area.
Right. Is there a place people can go, or
definitely you can go. You could just go check it out at my website at you can go to gypsytrashmfer.com or just pull up Dixie Duncan and my calendar will be on there.
And the date on that is again when?
What was it, the 15th, if I'm not mistaken? It's
cool.
the 2 Saturdays from now.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to take a little road trip for the weekend, it's a good Friday Sunday trip. Check that out at Dixie's Facebook and all the good news that's coming out of the Northwoods with my buddy Todd. Doing a great job. All right, man. Dixie's going to stick around, sing a little bit more for us.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
94.1 JJO, Lincoln Park. Johnny and Man Biatch is here filling in for the real Biatch. Hey, let's welcome Tony, Big Tony, Promotions for World of Outlaws. Hello, Tony. Hello, Big T.
Hey, you guys, man. We're ready to do some racing up in your neck of the woods. Always a fun time when we get to come to Wisconsin.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. We'll see. We'll talk to you next. Tony, I know we've got Beaver Dam. We've got Angel Park coming up, World of Outlaws. Tell everybody so they know what World of Outlaws is, because it's the hardcore and heavy. It's the big boy racing.
It is, yeah. I mean, they're race cars that have a heck of a lot of horsepower. I mean, the cars only weigh about 1,400 pounds and have like 950 horsepower.
So
I mean, the power to weight ratio is just insane. So they're purpose-built race cars. They're kind of hard to describe. Honestly, people always say, are they the cars that kind of look like a dune buggy with the wing on the top? And that's probably the easiest way, honestly, to describe them.
That's the one.
So they got the big wing on top because it's got to push them down, because otherwise all that horsepower.
Oh, no. Give him a call.
T.
He's gone.
Big T.
He's gone.
Big T sat on the phone. Big T swallowed the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Big T got excited and swallowed the phone. Let me see. I'll make sure he doesn't need a 911.
Oh, boy. Yeah, the first time they're going to be in Sun Prairie since 2016.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, June 8th.
Oh, no kidding.
You guys got me now?
You know,
Got you. We're back.
Most people hang up on me after I say the third dumb thing. You were just like, I'm done, man.
I don't know if I hung. Maybe my cheek hung up. I don't know. I didn't press nothing, so I don't know.
It's probably those IndyCar sprint guys. They probably cut us off. They probably jammed our signal or something. I don't know. But anyways, next weekend, Beaver Dam and Angel Park. But what he was saying was, the downforce off of that wing. I mean.
And they're cantered, right? One's higher than the other, right?
You'd be airborne. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, they're kind of staggered like that because that provides the downforce, and it's insane when they hit the throttle pedal on that. I mean, the car does. It literally wants to fly off the ground because it's so light and there's so much power. So it's neat as well having that wing on there because they can get their sponsors on there, and that's what pays for those guys to be able to race. So they got some good real estate there.
Hey, Tony, if you've ever, with that much horsepower and the weight ratio, if you ever took the wing off and put slicks on that thing and just put it on a flat track, has anybody ever figured out how fast that car would go?
That thing would roll in the air like Ricky Bobby. It would start if they didn't have the wing on top of that.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, the engine's in the front.
Well, when they turn, right, correct me if I'm wrong, but when they get into that turn.
No, I'm talking about a straight line. Talking about a straight line.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it. Honestly, there was somebody a few years ago that took a sprint car to the salt flats out in Utah, and I think they got it to something like 280 miles an hour or something crazy. I mean, you know, but yeah, like you said, if you try to turn that thing, then it's not going to be pretty.
It's
if you're going in a straight line, you could probably do that, but yeah, it's not too optimal when you got to turn the wheel.
It's just an engine with wheels, is all it is. It's just an engine with wheels.
and a wing on it.
And a wing on it, yeah. That's so cool. I wonder, Lance, if we did like the camber angle on that they use on sprint cars and change the shocks, we could like run the flex lane at 288. just swerving, just straight line right down the flex
straight line. It is a straight line,
man,
so I think
car
you could get going.
A little cockeyed, but it's got good downforce. That looks real good. Anyways, so I was looking at the schedule, Tony, for World of Outlaws, and I got to tell you, dude, how many tracks in how many states you guys run? Because I quit counting.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it starts in February down in Florida, ends up in November in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think about 45 tracks on the schedule. The total race is about 85. There's always a few rainouts, unfortunately. So usually about 80 by the end of the season. In the old days, they used to run about 110 times a year.
Wow.
It was crazy. They kind of pared back the schedule a little bit. But, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much most of the year. You get a short off season, you know, from Thanksgiving until about the early February. But other than that, those guys, they're out there every week racing.
What kind of how do they day to day on schedules like that? I mean, physically, are they taking pretty good care of themselves? I mean, because I see F1 guys and they're like robots. I mean, they're like chemistry, science by chemistry. How much work do they put into the day to day to get through a schedule like that in cars like that?
Yeah, I mean, the drivers obviously do. You know, they're into fitness. Those guys sleep in. They don't usually get up till about 10 or 11 o'clock because obviously they have to perform at their peak at about 10 p.m. is when the real races kind of end. So they do. A lot of those guys, you'll see them out running and jogging or biking, you know, around wherever their crews parked working on the cars. The crews are the ones who, unfortunately, they kind of take the toll on them because those guys are eating fast food at, 1 in the morning after driving the trailer for 3 hours to get to the next track. So
like the band members.
It's hardest, honestly, on those guys. The drivers, they, in a sense, they have a little more lap of luxury where they can sleep in a little bit because they don't have to go out there and work on the cars and stuff. So they have time to kind of take care of themselves, take care of the fitness. A lot of them now, especially younger guys, they watch a lot of videos of old races, a lot of YouTube videos and stuff to kind of learn the tracks, especially the tracks they've never been to. So it's a lot different than the old days, especially because most of the guys, they don't have to work on their cars. There's still a few guys that do work on the cars themselves, but for the most part, most of the teams have 3 full-time crew guys, and that dude takes care of the day-to-day maintenance. So then, they can take care of themselves and their health and fitness and whatnot.
Back in the old days, I'm not, Tony, you know all this. Back in the old days, Lance, Tony, A.J. Foyt would get up, have Eggs Benedict, a prime rib, 3 Bloody Marys, and go to the racetrack and run 500 miles. Dude, they were.
He was like the Paul Horning of.
He was racing. He was the Brett Favre of racing. He got a game later that day, but no, I figured it looks like World of Outlaws. Everybody get along pretty good. I mean, there's no I think of some of the great fights. How's the camaraderie there? Pretty good.
It's good. I mean, in the old days, you used to have a lot of fisticuffs in the pits.
Oh, yeah.
Now, obviously, everybody's got a cell phone camera, so if you go and try and take care of business by yourself, somebody's probably going to capture it on camera. You're going to be in a little trouble.
You got to wait from in the parking lot.
It's not quite like the old days where if somebody drove you, the wrong way in the old days, you would go take care of that yourself in the pits. Now, you can't do that, but for the most part, everybody gets along. I mean, you got to be respectful on the track because, you're driving a 950 horsepower car. There's a lot of stuff that can happen if you crash. So you got to be careful with that. And off the track, there's a good camaraderie. The guys all work together and at the track. I mean, one good example is if somebody gets in an accident, they can go to what's called the work area, and they have 2 minutes to try to fix the car. And a lot of times there's a lot of work to get done in that 2 minutes, and you'll see, crews from just about every other team all jumping in, helping change the tires, the wing, whatever, to get that car back out there because they want to compete. They don't want to win a race by everybody crashing and falling out. So if they can help somebody, change a flat tire and get back out there and race, they'll definitely do that.
Oh, so the committee, they'll help to just get it going so it's all for the entertainment. I love it.
It is, yeah. I mean, there's obviously the sport involved. They're all running for points at the end of the year, so there is, that factor. But yeah, they all pitch in because it takes a lot of work, especially if somebody gets upside down and they got to change a wing or a front end or whatever. The more hands you have, definitely the easier the work is.
Have they ever done this on? I see it's all dirt tracks, right? So has it ever been done on concrete or?
There has a couple times in the old days. They ran a couple races. A couple, I think, were indoors in Florida where the Tampa Bay plays now. They did a couple races there, and then there was a track in Kansas City that was actually paved at one time. That's now a dirt track that they did it there. But it doesn't seem to work as good.
Right.
I mean, the racing, the cars are just so fast, and when they're on asphalt, there's just not a lot of passing. So the dirt kind of is a great equalizer.
Yeah,
I was going to say, when you have more speed, in drift mode, wouldn't you? To be able to stay on,
helping you stay
on throttle.
Supported.
Yeah, stay on throttle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and if they were on asphalt, I mean, they'd be a lot more straight. The cars basically would be just kind of falling in line and following each other. There are a couple series that run asphalt sprint cars, and they put on an okay show. But I mean, racing on the dirt, there's so much more. The cars slide around, and it just the track changes. So it definitely puts on a great show.
Back to my original question: are they street legal? Can I take it on the belt? I assume they're not.
Back in the day, there was actually a guy that used to come to races who had a street legal sprint car. He had
the plates off?
Plate on the back.
That's
Kind of like a big go-kart or a big golf cart that he made into, and it was street legal. I don't know whatever happened to that guy, but he used to come to a lot of races.
Hit the Taco Bell on the way home.
Oh,
How much is one of the cars worth? What's the value on one of those cars?
So, I mean, an engine alone nowadays, engines keep going up in price. An engine's roughly about $75,000.
Wow.
When you figure out the rest of the car being put together, it's probably about $130,000-$140,000 for the car. And then the trailers they have, those things are about $1 million. I mean, they have a lot of price and a lot of money rolling down the road because they usually have a couple complete cars in the trailer. They got about 4 or 5 engines in there, so they got a few $1 million worth of equipment and inventory rolling down the road each night.
All right, Tony. Tell me your favorite race car movie, and it better be Talladega Nights, or I'm going to come to Indianapolis, and you and I are going to have a problem. What's your favorite?
When it comes to entertainment value, for sure, Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights. If it comes to racing wise, I like Days of Thunder. Which
I knew it.
Making another, but we saw a guy last week at the Indy 500 who was dressed in the Wonder Bread suit like Ricky Bobby, so that was pretty cool.
We had a Halloween party, and the guy that threw it did his Ricky Bobby uniform, and he did the whole shtick on fire and the whole thing. I mean, it's a sight to behold. Sight to behold.
It is. Yep, it's a great movie. I mean, if you just need a good laugh, and there's some good racing in it as well.
What do you think of Ford versus Ferrari? What do you think of that? I'm a big Christian Bale fan.
That was a good one. I mean, I didn't know a whole lot about the sports car stuff in Le Mans and all that over in Europe. But no, that was a pretty good movie. I mean, some of the wreck scenes, I think they kind of over-exaggerate a little bit. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Driven with Sylvester Stallone. Wrecks and that not really unrealistic. But no, Ford vs. Ferrari was a good movie.
Lance here saw Cars from Disney and cries like a little bitch every time he comes
That was Fast and Furious.
No, it wasn't. It was Cars. I was there. I was dropping your girlfriend off. All right, Tony, it is great to talk to you. Next week, Beaver Dam, Sun Prairie. I don't remember which one's first. Sun Prairie first. Give me
Beaver Dam. Yep, Beaver Dam Saturday, Sun Prairie Sunday.
Yep, there it is. And where do they get tickets? Best way to get tickets?
So you can go right to the World of Outlaws website, click on the schedule page, go to each of those events, and there'll be a link right there.
Dude, I want you to rock on. It is great talking to you, Tony, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, brother.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, bye. All right, Tony, World of Outlaws. Super cool, dude.
I want to drive one of those. You see them wobble.
Scary. You need a diaper. You would poop yourself in a second. What are you, crazy? I love it.
Take it up at the Astelin track.
Okay.
Start jumping.
Actually, I'd like to see that.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.